Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm doing, I guess you can consider part 4 of my Zootopia figures. This would be the 4th video. So I'm gonna rename the titles of the Zootopia videos, so it corresponds with this. So this will be part 4 of the Zootopia figures. So in this video, I have an updated Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps, and then figures you guys have never seen on YouTube, Mayor Lionheart and Benjamin Clawhauser, and then I also have a Lemming Businessman. So let's get right into this. I'll start off with the smallest updated figure. Well, not physically smallest, because there is a physically small figure here. You'll see that in a minute. So here's Nick. The only thing I did with Nick is I added his Hawaiian shirt patterns. Now, I did this a while ago, but I haven't shown this on YouTube yet. Last time I showed Nick, I added this electrical tape tie. So now I've added his Hawaiian shirt, all the little leaves and palm fronds and stuff. And I did it the best I could based on how it looks in the movie. I just looked up reference pictures. So don't know how accurate it is. It did on the back too. But I really like that now. And I also repainted his eyes. Just added little white dots. And yeah. So yeah, that's all I did to Nick. Besides that, he is unchanged. Now for the heavily updated figure. So, you remember this. This is my old Judy Hopps that I've shown quite a bit. It's even on my business card. Well, this version, I got to thinking, not too good. Doesn't really look like the character. You look at Nick here. Nick's pretty spot on to the on-screen character. But you look at Judy, and you're just like, what is this? So I made a new Judy that is, I think, much more accurate. And I think this looks better in general. It's a much better paint job. It's a lot cleaner. It just looks nicer. So you can see comparison. First of all, this one, his head is smaller. It's not as tall. It's just a much cleaner paint job. The ears are bigger, which is more accurate. And then also just the paint jobs on the body are cleaner. And it's also, you can't tell on this camera, but the grays are different. The gray on this one is dark gray, and then this one's a dark bluish gray, and it just looks better. But besides that, they're pretty similar, but this one's just a lot better. So I'm going to bring out the old one now and just show you so it was made with a micro figure. This one is entirely made by me as well. A lot of these Zootopia figures, which I'll get to in a minute, were collaboration figures, but this one I made entirely myself. Cheeks are sculpted out of green stuff, ears made out of a plastic card with green stuff added. Micro figure with the head sanded down, and then snout is also green stuff. Arms are Lego minifigure. Lego lever pieces, and then the tail is also the end of one. But yeah, this one just came out looking very nice. I really like the paint job on this face. If I could get it to focus on it, because I really like this paint job. It's one of my favorite paint jobs I've done. It's so small, you can see compared to my fingers just how tiny this is, and I really like how this came out. I think it really looks like the character. So yeah, those are the two updated figures. Now I'm going to show you some figures that I've never shown on YouTube. If you check my social media, you've seen these a while ago. If you check my Flickr, Twitter, Instagram. But so here's the first one. I need to get the stand. Where'd it go? There it is. Because this guy will definitely fall forward or backwards, because he is very back heavy. So here's Mayor Lionheart. So first off, I will show you how big he is compared to a normal figure. Here's a Bruce Wayne figure, just for scale. So you can see he's quite big. He's about the size of Chief Bogo that I've had in another video. And you can see quite a lot of sculpting. There's a hair on him. Get that out of there if I can. Doesn't look... okay. So he's quite large. And this was made by... well, it was sculpted by J. Sparky Steel. I will leave a link in the description to his channel. Go check him out. He made this one as well as another figure I'll show you. So the legs, I'll start with the legs. The legs are just standard Lego minifigure legs with electrical tape around the cuff of the pants. I added the tape, and Jayson also sculpted the toes. The torso is a bunch of Lego bricks sculpted over with Procreate, so it's pretty much all Procreate. The arms are pretty much all Procreate as well, sculpted over an armature. Now, Jayson did sculpt some hands, but I wasn't a huge fan of them after a while, so what I did is I chopped those hands off and then added just standard minifigure hands, glued them on, and then wrapped some tape around the cuffs to make the undershirt. Now, the head is all sculpted by Jayson as well, all this mane. Quite impressive, actually. It's very impressive. He sculpted his tail, which I then glued on. And basically what I did was, After he sculpted the base and sent it to me, I sanded it. I changed the hands, I added the electrical tape on the cuffs, and then I've painted this. So I painted this entire thing. Jayson sculpted it, but no matter what on these Zootopia figures, I did paint them all. A couple of them, like Nick and Judy, I made entirely myself, but the ones that I've had collaborations with, I did paint them. But yeah, that's about it for Lionheart. You can see his face if I tilt him forward, because he is kind of like looking up if you look at him from the side, which is accurate to the movie. His face is at an angle like that. But yeah, that's Lionheart. Now, here's the other one made by Jayson, J. Sparky Steel again. And this is Clawhauser. So Clawhauser is quite a little short, fat guy. If I bring in Bruce Wayne again, you can see he's about the height of a normal figure. A little taller. But, so again, same story as Lionheart. Jayson sculpted the main base, and what I did was I shortened the arms, because they were a little long. I shortened the arms, modified them. I added the electrical tape tie, I added his electrical tape belt with the little pouches on it, which are made from a plastic card. I added the tail, which is from a collectible minifigure Cheetah Woman, and I painted it. Jayson, besides that, did sculpt everything else on this guy, his gut, his collar, his head, which I'm very happy with the paint job on the head on this one. This is one of the most screen accurate ones, if I do say so myself. This one's very accurate. Again, I painted all of this. Jayson sculpted, and I will leave a link to in the description to his channel below again. So yeah, besides that, he's a pretty chubby dude. I painted the badge on each of his arms. And if I lift his tie, you can see there's the collar of his shirt and the button-down shirt and his belt buckle. So, yeah. So that's about it for Clawhauser. Last figure, don't need this because he's so small. So I'm just gonna have to hold this one because it's so tiny. So this is what I can actually get him to stand there, kind of. So this is the Lemming Businessman. Doesn't actually have a name in the movie. That's what they're called, Lemming Businessman. And this was made by Legomatic 9. It was started by Delta Customs, but Legomatic 9 pretty much revamped this entire thing. So I'll link his channel below, Aaron. Aaron's been on this channel before, if you don't know him by now, so he's a good friend of mine. But he's so small. He's almost as small as Mr. Big, which is in another video. But basically, he was sculpted out of... He was made from a 1x1 tile, sculpted out of Procreate, and like just everything on him was sculpted. His arms, his head, his little feet, his legs are little antenna pieces. His face, and then the popsicle was sculpted out of Procreate 2, and I glued that into his hand. Aaron sent that as a separate piece. But all I can say is just it's so small. I can barely get it to focus because he is so small. But this was painted entirely by me. This guy is like the size of a 1x1 brick. So if you know how small that is, that's how small this guy is. Again, like Mr. Big, very fun to paint, but very tedious to paint too, because he's just so tiny. But yeah. So let me see if I can bring them all back in for a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah. That's it for this video. Again, Lionheart and Clawhauser, sculpted by J. Sparky Steel, painted by me. Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps, both entirely made by me. And the Lemming, sculpted by Legomatic 9, painted by me. So that is it for this video. Please, I will have another Zootopia video with 4 more figures, the last 4. That'll be Kozlov, Doug, Bellwether, and Duke Weaselton, I believe. So the next video will be on those. This video will come out. Next video after that will be my Justice League Flash, and then the video after that will be those 4 Zootopia figures. So in the comments, tell me which one of these is your favorite and why. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe for more. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.